So we'll move on. Glenn D. Simone, CEO of Curatio Life Sciences.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes,
We're
we
very
can.
excited to be here today. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Can they hear us? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yep.
We're Curatio, full spectrum medical grade CBD therapy. We're the Tesla of the CBD market for three main reasons. We have breakthrough technology to improve performance. We have pharmaceutical grade standards throughout all manufacturing processes, and we're committed to innovation and future products. Our proposition is to raise $1 million issuing convertible notes. Notes will be offered in $25,000 to $100,000 segments, paying 7% interest. Opportunity to convert notes to equity at 20% discount of valuation will determine that valuation at the third quarter of 2021. We estimate that this will be a 10 to 20 times return on investment. Our leadership team is comprised of myself, Glenn D. Simone, the CEO and founder, and my father, who is also named Glenn D. Simone. The both of us come from pharmaceutical healthcare advertising, and we've collectively launched over 30 blockbuster products, pharmaceutical drugs, and have over 40 years of experience. Our supply chain of partners is a critical part to our success, and it starts with our GMP manufacturing through all processes, our fulfillment, digital media, and of course, our sales. Our distribution is strong and growing. We were just brought on to threshold distributors with 11,000 natural food stores. OptiSource, which has 3,000 pharmacies and small chains, many more, including Brazil, business in Brazil, which is very exciting. Now we get to the point of what really makes us different and unique. Curatio is a fine-tuned engine of cannabinoids, 85% of which is CBD, 15% of it is a fine-tuned ratio of CBN, CBG, CBC, and CBDV. The THC in our hemp is converted to CBN, which also binds to the CB1 receptor, just like THC, but doesn't have intoxicating effects. Our full profile of hemp-derived terpenes, flavonoids, esters, and proteins, and fatty acids make up our full spectrum profile. The ratio matters, and every cannabinoid that's in our product has a purpose and function and performs a synergy with all of the other active ingredients. The distribution of our product into the body is another differentiating aspect of our product. Most CBD oils exhibit only 6 to 8% absorption, while our product receives 70% absorption. And that's because we miniaturize our active ingredient to 10 nanometers, which is the size of a DNA strand. Our nano CBD is encapsulated in a natural surfactant, which increases bioavailability compared to those nano poly encapsulations, which are not natural. Our process increases Curatio's absorption 10 times, enhancing onset and duration of action. Now here you can see a chart that depicts the three leading brand categories: isolate, broad spectrum, and full spectrum. And as you can see, Curatio is in a category of its own with all the boxes checked. We have more than 15% secondaries, the most robust secondary profile on the market. We have a powerful entourage effect. We're nano-emulsified and provide 10 times bioavailability. The pharmaceutical grade standards are the pillars of our company. And as I said, we use GMP certification throughout all manufacturing practices, and we have COAs available for every one of our batches, providing the potency, consistency of our product throughout. You can receive, or you can see the COA on the side of our packaging on the QR code. Excuse me. Here you can see our oral products on the left. We have regular strength 500 milligram and 1,000 milligram, which are available in original and mint flavor. Also available in a spray bottle, which is great for travel and also for quick use. On the right side, we have our topical products, which are not only include our nano emulsified product, but also includes clinical doses of comfrey, menthol, arnica, and we've actually submitted it to the FDA for OTC so we can make the pain claim, which we're very excited about.
Thanks, Glenn. I'm Glenn Sr. Nice to meet you all. I'm going to share with you our promotional support program for our fine product line. It includes 2 direct selling teams, one on the East Coast and one on the East and West Coast, a comprehensive digital marketing and advertising program, including Facebook advertising and lead generation funnels, which already have collected over 5,000 emails per month in the last 2 months. We're in the process of translating those into sales. We have 75 influencers, either elite athletes, HCP influencers that reach an audience of 10 million followers. We also have the Yankee chiropractor who's using our product, by the way. Next year, we expect to engage a public relations agency, and that's part of the reason we're looking for this $1 million. In addition, we want to fund a pharmacokinetic study to support our Curatio absorption. Okay, let me share with you now our financial projections. As you can see, this is 4 years starting next year. We're expecting 2.8 million, moving into the 4th year at 22.8. I want to focus on that because that 22.8 is only 0.69% share of the total market. And that is yielding, however, a very healthy EBITDA of 9.3 million. We've taken a look at a cash flow, and we think that's important for you to realize that that over the course of next year, we are going to be at a deficit of $576,000 in the 2nd quarter and begin to pull out of it in the 3rd and 4th quarter. So the investment we're looking for should be healthy enough for next year's work. The value proposition that Glenn referred to is we're looking in the 3rd quarter of next year to value the company. We think it'll be somewhere in the $5 to $10 million range. If we take the lower limit of $5 million, discount it by 20%, that would be a $4 million valuation. So $1 million of investment would buy 25,000 shares of our stock, and it would give you 25% ownership of Curatio Life Sciences.
Glenn, you have 5 minutes.
Excuse me?
You have 5 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah, so
very good. The future value, the 4th year projection, as we said, was 9.3 EBITDA, which we think would give us a value of about $80 million and return 20 times your initial investment. Our exit strategy would be to sell to big pharma, where we have plenty of contacts, a consumer company, or a cannabis roll-up. We have also looked at a COVID conservative forecast. With things that are going on in our environment, it's hard to say what's going to happen in the years to come. Hopefully the vaccine is going to work. But we've reduced our revenue forecast by 25% each year. We've kept our SG&A and marketing expenses at the same level as I've shown you in the previous forecast. Yet we still have an EBITDA of 5.6 million, which would yield a 10-time initial investment for those of you that would jump in. Future considerations. We've looked carefully at a national broadcast initiative utilizing CTV, radio, and podcast. We would proceed this with a test market. I've got details on this program and could share that with you during the question and answer if you'd like. And then we have product initiatives. As we said, we want to stay on the front of this movement for CBD. So Glenn is looking at oral nano CBG focus drops, oral nano CBN sleep drops, CBD, CBG calm drops, a transdermal patch, eye cream, facial cream, and an acne pen.
Hey,
So
Glenn.
that's our story.
Oh, sorry.
We think we're different than the rest. We thank you for your time. We think this is a great investment opportunity.
Thanks, gentlemen. Great work. We have 3 minutes for Q&A, so we have time for a few quick. Go ahead, Dr. Koenig.
So as a medical professional who used to own a bunch of different medical facilities, on one side, it seemed like you were talking about going after physicians and other healthcare professionals. And then on another side, you talk about your influencers and doing social marketing, social media marketing. Is your game plan to go after more the general audience, the general public, or is your game plan to go after more healthcare providers and then have them sell the product for you?
That's a good question. We designed this product specifically to be the doctor's choice.
Okay.
And we realized when doing that, that because our product is so efficacious, it worked very well with athletes. And it quickly replaced their NSAIDs and various other types of medications and took off. So we decided to do a dual-pronged approach where we thought there would be a trickle-down effect from working directly with the doctors, but we also felt that it would be effective for us to work through social media to connect with these athletes that in the end could very well speak to the doctors who in the end could recommend the product anyway. So we feel that they're linked.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Thanks, Glenn. Next question.
Yeah, I have a question. So
Go ahead, Tim.
So you talked about your customer acquisition costs through email at 41 cents. Phenomenal. I mean, that's a great job on the presentation also, by the way. But can you expand on what's your revenue right now? What are you at right now?
We're going to probably do $100,000 this year. And we've been hurt by the pandemic and the fact that Threshold, which took us on in February of one of 3 brands, that it's in a holding pattern because they haven't gone back to their offices in Santa Cruz. It's shut down.
Still shut down.
So we have been hurt by that, and it's hard to say.
But to answer your question right now, because we launched our main product line in January. Of course, COVID hit a couple months later, so we didn't have much time to really get our product out. But because our product was so efficacious, it has really made an impact with distributors. We've been taken on by Threshold. We have OptiSource, which is a leader in the independent distribution to pharmacies. So we feel that we've really needled that. Have managed to work that out.
Thank you.
Quick question, Joseph. Glenn and Senior Glenn, thank you for your presentation. Just on your burn rate, because we've seen so many cannabis companies come in and they just run through money like crazy. Can you maybe give us all a little information on how you plan to spend?
We've run through some money, by the way. I've been the sole investor in this company as well as Glenn. So we've got $1 million into this company. So our burn rate, we've reduced the burn rate now to probably $30,000 to $40,000 a month at this point in time. That's not what we want to spend, but we brought it down just to until we get another investor or two in partnership with us. Right now, that's our burn rate.